I'll spite.
Hello and welcome. We are just so incredibly glad that you're spending some time with us today.
We really are. And, if you're listening to this right now, you probably already know that learning a language is, it is not just about the words.
Right. It is definitely not just grammar rules and flashcards. It is about psychology. It is about understanding how other people think and how they feel.
Yeah, and honestly, that can be incredibly stressful, especially when it comes to speaking.
Oh, totally. I mean, so many learners tell me they can read a complex book in English, or they can listen to a long conversation and understand basically everything.
Right, but then the exact moment you actually have to open your mouth to speak, something strange happens in your brain.
Yes. It is like the words just run away and hide.
Exactly, they are just gone.
And I want to talk about why that happens for a second, because it is not because you are bad at English.
No, not at all.
It is actually just basic biology. When you have to speak in a second language, your brain often perceives it as a threat, like an actual physical threat.
Wow.
Yeah, you are afraid of making a mistake. You are afraid of looking foolish in front of people.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I mean, your heart beats faster. Your palms get all sweaty.
Right. It feels like danger. There is this small part of your brain called the amygdala, and it basically takes over. It shuts down the logical parts of your brain.
So the fear actually, it literally erases the words from your mind temporarily.
Exactly. You physically cannot access the vocabulary you have studied so hard to learn.
That is just so frustrating. So how do we fix that? How do we tell our brain that speaking English is actually safe?
Well, we want to share a very simple strategy with you before we jump into our main topic today.
Yeah, this is something I do all the time.
We call it the 10-minute morning speaking habit. It is a way to just completely rewire your brain.
And honestly, the best part about it is that you do it completely alone, so no one is watching you.
Right. Zero pressure. So what is the core concept here?
Well, the idea is that every single morning, for just 10 minutes, you speak English out loud to yourself.
Just to yourself.
Yeah, you do not need a partner. You do not need a textbook. You just talk about what you were doing in your normal everyday routine.
I love this so much. Can you maybe walk us through exactly what you do when you wake up? Just as an example.
Sure, yeah. So my alarm goes off at around 7.
Okay.
I sit up in bed, I stretch my arms, and while I'm doing this, I actually say out loud, I am stretching my arms. My back feels a little stiff today.
Oh, that is great. Very simple sentences.
Exactly. And then I walk to the kitchen. I say, I am walking to the kitchen. I'm going to turn on the coffee machine. I need caffeine right now.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
Notice what is happening there. You are not practicing, super complex grammar.
No, not at all. I am just connecting my physical actions to English words.
Right. You are training your mouth muscles to physically move in English.
Yeah, and because I am totally alone in my kitchen, there is zero stress.
Exactly. Your amygdala stays completely calm. Your brain learns that speaking English is a very safe, very normal activity.
And then over time, that feeling of safety actually transfers to the real world. When you are in a meeting, your brain remembers, oh, speaking English is safe. We do this every morning.
I think we should actually build this habit right now with everyone listening.
Oh, yes. Let us start right here, right now.
So we want you to think about your own morning routine. What is the very first thing you do when you get out of bed?
Do you look out the window? Do you maybe check your phone?
Say your answer out loud right now in a full sentence. We will give you a few seconds. Go ahead.
Take your time.
If you just spoke out loud, you are already building new pathways in your brain.
Yeah, and it does not matter if your grammar was perfect or not. The physical act of speaking out loud is the only thing that matters.
It really is such a powerful habit to build.
It is. But, even when you do overcome that fear of speaking, there is this other huge challenge that comes up.
Oh, what is that?
Well, sometimes you speak with total confidence, but the message comes out completely wrong. Like you end up offending someone without meaning to at all.
Oh, wow. Okay, this sounds like a personal story.
Yeah, it is actually quite an embarrassing story, to be honest.
Please share it with us. We have all been there.
So this happened a few weeks ago at work. I am managing this very large project, and it has a super tight deadline.
Okay, stressful already.
Very stressful. And I am working with a colleague from another department. Let us say he is responsible for gathering all the financial data for me.
Right. And financial data is usually a pretty critical part of any project.
Exactly. I literally cannot move forward without his numbers. So on Monday, I sent him a polite email just asking for the report.
Standard procedure.
Right. But then Tuesday comes and there's no reply.
Oh, no.
Wednesday comes, still no reply. And the deadline is getting really, really close. Plus, the client is starting to ask for updates.
I can literally feel your stress building up just hearing about it. Your brain must have been on overload.
Oh, my cognitive load was at absolute maximum capacity. I was stressed. I was tired. I just needed the data.
Right, you just wanted to get it done.
So I sat down at my computer and I wrote a very fast email. I basically translated my exact thoughts directly from my native language straight into English.
Oh boy, what did you write in that email?
I wrote, "You didn't reply to my email. Send the report now."
Oh my goodness, wow. That is incredibly direct.
I know. But in my head at the time, I was just being efficient.
You were just stating the facts.
Right. I thought, well, he is busy. I am busy. I will just tell him exactly what the situation is and exactly what I need. So I hit send and I went back to work.
Okay, I have to know, what happened next? Did he send the report?
So about 10 minutes later, my phone rang. It was him.
Oh no.
And he was absolutely furious.
Wow.
Yeah. He felt like I was treating him like a child or like I was some kind of dictator giving him a direct military order.
I can see how it would come across that way in English.
He actually told me that if I wanted to speak to him that way, I could just go find the data myself.
Oh, that is rough. But you know, this is actually a perfect example of what happens when we ignore tone.
Yeah, because the grammar in my email was flawless. There were no mistakes.
Exactly. The grammar was perfect, but the tone was an absolute disaster.
Right.
When we learn a language in a classroom, we learn how to be clear. We learn how to be direct.
Which makes sense normally.
Yes, but in English professional settings, short and direct sentences often just sound like pure aggression.
That is exactly what happened. I did not want to be aggressive at all. I just completely lacked the vocabulary to sound professional and urgent at the same time.
Right, you did not know how to soften the message.
I really didn't. I did not know how to wrap my message in polite language.
Well, that is exactly what we are going to fix today. We are going to explore the art of something called hedging.
Hedging.
Okay.
Like the green bushes you plant around a garden.
Yes, exactly like that. Think about why we plant a hedge around a garden.
I guess we want a boundary, but we want it to look nice.
Right. We want a boundary, but we want it to be soft and natural. We definitely do not want a harsh, ugly brick wall.
I see. So my email was a harsh brick wall.
Exactly. In linguistics, hedging just means putting soft words around your main idea.
I definitely need to learn how to plant some soft green bushes around my words at work.
It is such an important skill. Hedging is really the art of sounding polite and professional and natural without ever sounding weak.
That is the dream.
It really is how you navigate office politics. It is how you give critical feedback and write emails that make people actually want to help you.
I am absolutely ready for this. I need this for my daily work life right now.
So let us start with the foundation. The very first step is actually removing something dangerous from your vocabulary.
Removing something, what is it?
We need to eliminate absolute words when you are discussing opinions or predictions or other people's behavior.
Absolute words. You mean words like always or never, all, none, things like that.
Exactly. Those words leave absolutely zero room for doubt. They are 100% certain.
Well, wait a minute. Why is certainty a bad thing?
What do you mean?
Well, if I am telling the truth, shouldn't I sound confident? For example, what if a coworker really is late to every single meeting? Why is it wrong to just say, "You are always late"?
That is a great question. Let us look at the psychology of the person hearing that sentence.
Okay.
When you say, "You are always late," you are making an absolute claim about their entire character.
Right.
How does a human brain react to an absolute attack like that?
Oh. Well, it becomes defensive immediately, I guess.
Exactly.
If someone tells me I am always late, my brain will desperately search for one single time I was early just to prove them wrong.
Yes. You might think, hey, that is not true. I was 5 minutes early last Tuesday.
Right.
And suddenly the conversation is no longer about fixing the problem of lateness. The conversation becomes an argument about the word always.
Wow. I have literally done that.
We all have. By using an absolute word, you give them something to argue against. You basically create a trap for yourself. You lose control of the discussion.
That makes perfect sense. So what should we say instead?
We want to change the focus from an absolute attack to a professional observation. Let us actually do a quick activity to practice this.
Okay, I am ready.
So for everyone listening, think about the sentence, "You never listen to my ideas."
Oof, that is harsh.
It is very harsh and absolute. How can we change the word never to a softer word? Try using the word sometimes.
Say your new sentence out loud right now. We will give you a second.
How would you rephrase it?
Okay.
If you said something like, "Sometimes I feel my ideas are not heard," or "You sometimes miss my ideas," you have instantly changed the dynamic.
Yeah, sometimes I feel my ideas are not heard. That is completely different.
Right.
It sounds analytical. It sounds like you were observing a pattern instead of just attacking a person.
Exactly. The other person no longer needs to defend their entire character.
I love that.
And this rule applies to way more than just arguments. It also applies to how you present your own ideas at work.
Really?
How so? In professional settings, leaving a little room for doubt actually makes you look smarter. It shows you are capable of critical thinking.
Can you give me an example of how certainty makes you look less smart? Because in my head, confidence is usually good.
Sure. So imagine you are in a high-level meeting. You look at some data, and you confidently say, "This marketing campaign will definitely fail."
Okay, you are showing extreme confidence there.
Yeah.
Using the absolute word will and definitely.
Exactly. But what happens if the campaign actually succeeds? What happens if it becomes the best campaign of the entire year?
Oh, you look terrible.
Right. You were 100% certain, and you were completely wrong.
Your colleagues will probably never trust your predictions again.
Exactly. Certainty is a massive professional risk. And this is where we must use something called modal verbs.
Modal verbs. Those are words like might, right?
Yes, modal verbs are your safety net. Instead of using will, you replace it with might, may, or could.
So instead of saying, "This campaign will fail," I just say, "This campaign might fail." Or maybe this campaign could struggle.
Yes. Think about the brilliant protection that offers you.
Oh, I see.
Right. If the campaign fails, you look smart because you warned them. But if the campaign succeeds, you still look smart because you only said it might fail.
That is incredible. You acknowledged a risk, but you did not make a foolish guarantee.
It really is like an insurance policy for your professional reputation, and all you did was change one small word.
I am definitely going to start doing that.
Let us check our understanding of this real quick with everyone listening. We are going to practice replacing the absolute verb will.
Okay, imagine you are talking about a new software update at work, and you think it is going to cause problems.
The absolute sentence is, "This update will break the system."
Please change the word will to a softer modal verb. Say your new sentence out loud right now.
Give it a try.
We will wait a moment.
Okay, if you said, "This update could break the system," or "This update might cause issues," you are doing great.
Yeah, you are speaking exactly like a native English professional. You are showing caution.
Exactly.
But, what about the word is?
What do you mean?
For example, if I am reviewing a document and I find a mistake, if I say, "The data is wrong," that feels very absolute.
It does.
It feels like I am swinging a heavy hammer at them.
That is a very perceptive point. The verb to be so is, are, am, is actually the ultimate absolute.
Really?
Yes, because it claims an absolute reality. When you want to soften an observation like that, you should replace the word is with a verb of appearance.
A verb of appearance. You mean words like seems or appears?
Precisely. Instead of swinging that heavy hammer and saying, "The data is wrong," you just take a step back.
Okay.
You say, "The data seems to be incorrect," or "The data appears to be inaccurate."
Wow. The data seems to be incorrect. That sounds so much more refined.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it leaves space for the possibility that maybe I am the one who is confused.
Exactly.
It invites a conversation instead of just ending one.
That is exactly the point. It removes the ego from the statement.
Yeah.
You are not claiming to be the ultimate judge of the universe. You are just sharing how things appear from your perspective.
By replacing absolutes with cautious language, you protect yourself and you protect the emotions of your team.
Exactly.
And speaking of protecting emotions, this actually leads us to one of the most stressful parts of my job.
Yo, what is that?
Giving feedback.
Ah, yes.
It is just so difficult to tell a coworker that their work is not good enough without totally hurting their feelings.
Giving constructive feedback is definitely a delicate art form. If you are too direct, you ruin the relationship and trigger that defense response we talked about.
Right, but if you're too soft, the person does not even realize they need to fix the mistakes.
Exactly.
So how do we find the balance? I have heard people talk about this management strategy called the feedback sandwich. Is that what we should use?
The feedback sandwich. It is very famous in business.
Yeah.
The idea is that the bread on the outside is positive feedback, and the meat on the inside is the negative feedback.
So you start with a compliment, you drop the criticism in the middle, and you end with another compliment.
That is the theory.
To be honest, I really hate receiving the feedback sandwich.
Really? Why is that?
When a manager starts giving me random compliments, I just sit there feeling incredibly anxious.
Because you know what is coming.
Yes. I think, just tell me what I did wrong. Stop wasting my time. I always know the bud is coming.
You are completely right. And honestly, many experts agree with you now. The traditional feedback sandwich can feel very fake. It can feel manipulative.
Yeah, it feels like you were treating me like a child.
Right. People see right through it.
I'm so glad you agree with that. So if we abandon the traditional sandwich, how do we deliver the meat, the criticism, without causing a huge explosion?
Well, we do it by managing the scale of the problem and by shifting the blame. Let us break this down into a more modern approach.
Okay, I'm taking mental notes.
Step 1 is not about giving a fake compliment. Step 1 is about validating the effort.
Validating the effort. What does that sound like in real life?
Let us say a colleague shows you a presentation they made, but the formatting is just a complete mess. Do not say, you are a great person, but your formatting is terrible. That is a bad sandwich.
Right, very bad.
Instead, validate the work. Say, I can see you put a lot of research into this data.
Oh, that was good.
Or you can say, this is a really solid starting point. We are about 90% there.
This is a solid starting point. We are about 90% there. I really like that.
Because it is not a fake compliment, is it?
No, it is a realistic assessment that actually acknowledges their hard work.
Exactly.
It tells them the project is not a total failure. It just needs some refinement.
Precisely. It keeps their brain out of that fight or flight mode. Let us make sure everyone listening has this exact phrase locked in.
Yeah, this is a great one to practice.
So, can you remember the phrase Alex just used to say a project is almost finished?
I said it is about 90%.
What? Say the missing word out loud.
We will give you a few seconds.
Yes, that is right. 90% there.
We are about 90% there. It sets such a perfect collaborative tone.
It really does. Now we have to deliver the actual problem. This is step 2. We have to soften the issue.
But how do we soften a big problem without lying about it?
We use something called downtoners. These are words that mathematically reduce the size of the issue in the other person's mind.
Like what?
Words like a little, slightly, a minor issue, or a couple of details.
Oh, I see. So instead of saying there are huge formatting mistakes,
Right.
I take the exact same problem, but I frame it as a small obstacle. I say, I noticed a couple of minor details we should adjust in the formatting.
Beautifully done. Think about the psychological impact of that. If you tell someone they made a huge mistake, they immediately panic.
Yeah, of course.
But if you say there are a couple of minor details, their brain relaxes. They think, oh, just a couple of details. I can fix that easily.
Wow. It's like performing magic with words. You change their perception of reality just by using the word minor.
It is incredibly effective.
But wait, there's still one danger here.
What is that?
What if they still get defensive? Because I am pointing out their mistake.
That brings us to step 3. And this is perhaps the most important rule in professional English.
I am listening.
You must absolutely avoid the word you when you are discussing a mistake.
Avoid the word you. Why? If they're the one who calculated the numbers wrong, why can't I say you calculated the numbers wrong? It is a factual truth.
It might be a fact, but in the English language, placing the word you right next to a negative action feels like a direct personal accusation.
Right away.
It feels like you are pointing a finger aggressively at their chest. Let me demonstrate. Imagine I am your manager and I say, you used the wrong font for the client presentation.
Oh, wow. I instantly feel my heart rate go up.
See?
I want to explain why I chose that font. I want to tell you that no one gave me the brand guidelines. I definitely feel under attack.
That is the amygdala hijack happening again. And the word you is what triggered it.
So what do we do instead?
We have to shift the focus. We remove the person from the sentence entirely, and we focus only on the problem. Or, even better, we use the word we to show that we are a team facing the problem together.
Let me try testing this out.
Go for it.
So instead of saying, you used the wrong font, I remove the word you. I could focus on the font itself. I could say, the font in this presentation does not match the client guidelines.
Yes. Notice how the sentence is now completely about the font, not about the person.
Right. It is an objective fact, not a personal failure.
Now try it again, but this time use the word we to create a team dynamic.
Okay. The font doesn't match the guidelines. Could we take a look at changing it to Arial?
That is brilliant. Could we take a look at changing it?
It feels so much better.
Right. You have transformed from a hostile critic into a supportive partner. You are standing next to them, looking at the problem together.
Rather than standing across from them, pointing a finger.
Exactly. This shift from you to we is so incredibly powerful. Let us have our listeners try this transformation because it does take some practice to change this habit.
Yeah, it is a hard habit to break.
So imagine your colleague entered the wrong dates into a schedule.
The harsh way to say it is, you put the wrong dates in the schedule.
How can we change this to focus on we? Let us try starting with the phrase, could we? Say your new sentence out loud.
Go ahead.
Take a couple seconds.
Notice how different it feels in your mouth when you say it.
If you said, could we check the dates in the schedule again, or could we review the timeline, you completely removed the blame.
You protected their dignity.
You are managing the psychology of the workplace perfectly.
This is great.
So now that we understand how to handle feedback face-to-face, we really need to address the most dangerous communication tool in the modern office.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. You mean email?
Yes, email. The graveyard of professional relationships.
This brings me right back to my terrible, terrible message. You didn't reply to my email. Send the report now.
Let us dissect why that email caused such a huge disaster for you.
Please do.
When we communicate face-to-face, our words are really only a small part of the message.
Right.
The listener hears the warmth in your voice. They see the smile on your face. They see your relaxed body language.
But in an email, all of that context is completely stripped away.
Exactly. It is just black text on a white screen.
So what does the brain do?
Well, because the brain lacks the visual and vocal cues to judge your emotion, it naturally assumes a negative tone.
Wow, really?
Yes. We basically read emails with a slightly more negative voice than the writer intended. So a completely neutral sentence is read as angry.
And an angry sentence is read as furious.
Exactly.
So my short, direct sentence, which I genuinely thought was just efficient, was read as an act of pure aggression.
Yes. In spoken language, being brief can be fine, but in written English, brevity is very often interpreted as rudeness.
That is so important to remember.
To replace that missing smile and that missing friendly tone, we have to use polite introductory phrases.
Polite introductory phrases. I definitely need a list of these. How do I ask for something in an email without sounding like a dictator?
Well, you never start with a direct command, and you never start with a verb.
Okay.
If you write, give me the file, you are issuing an order. Instead, you wrap the command in an introductory question.
Okay.
You write, could I possibly get the file?
Could I possibly get? It adds so many extra words.
It does.
It feels a little bit inefficient, honestly.
It might be inefficient in terms of word count, but I promise you it is highly efficient in terms of relationship management.
I guess that is true.
The word possibly acts as a massive linguistic cushion. It shows humility.
Okay, let us try another scenario. What if I have to deliver bad news in an email?
Good question.
Like, what if I have to cancel a meeting at the very last minute? If I write, I am canceling the meeting, that sounds terrible.
It sounds very abrupt. When delivering an inconvenience in writing, you should use a softening phrase that shows you regret it.
Okay.
A very common one is, I am afraid I need to.
I am afraid I need to reschedule our meeting. Wow, it sounds so much softer. It shows that I recognize I am causing a problem, and I actually feel a little bad about it.
Exactly. It demonstrates empathy.
I like that.
Now, I want to teach you what I consider the absolute magic phrase for making requests in professional English.
Ooh, a magic phrase.
If you master this one phrase, you will instantly sound like a highly polite, emotionally intelligent native speaker.
I am completely ready.
Yeah.
What is this magic phrase?
Okay, here it is. I was wondering if.
I was wondering if.
Let us apply it to your disastrous email.
Okay.
Instead of saying send the report, you say, I was wondering if you could send me the report.
Wait a minute. Let us look at the grammar here for a second.
Okay, let's look at it.
I was wondering, that is the past continuous tense.
Yes, it is.
Why on earth are we using a past tense to ask for something we need right now in the present?
I just love that you noticed that. This is actually one of the most fascinating aspects of English.
It doesn't make logical sense to me.
We use the past tense for a present request because the past tense creates distance.
Distance? What kind of distance?
Psychological distance.
Oh,
When you say, I'm wondering, It is immediate. It is happening right now, right in their face.
Right.
But when you say, I was wondering, you are pushing the request slightly into the past.
I see.
It makes the demand feel less urgent, less aggressive, and much less confrontational. You are basically creating a polite space between you and the other person.
But let me be honest with you. As a learner, this feels a bit crazy.
How so?
In my native language, if I want to show respect to a colleague, I value their time. I am direct and clear so they can read the message in 2 seconds and get right back to work.
That makes total sense.
If I write, I was wondering if you could possibly send the report. Aren't they gonna think I'm wasting their time with useless words?
I completely understand that perspective. In many cultures, directness equals respect for time. But in English-speaking professional cultures, indirectness equals respect for autonomy.
Respect for autonomy. What does that actually mean in this context?
Well, autonomy is the feeling of having free will and having control over your own choices. When you say send the report, you remove their autonomy. You give them a direct order. They are trapped. They either have to obey you or they have to fight you.
And human beings generally hate feeling trapped.
Exactly. It causes psychological reactance. They want to push back just to prove they still have control.
That is so true.
But when you use the magic phrase, I was wondering if you could send the report, you are giving them what we call a polite escape route.
A polite escape route.
Yes. You are framing it as a gentle question. You are implying, I am asking this, but I respect that you have the freedom to say no.
That changes my entire understanding of English politeness. It is not about being fake at all.
Not at all.
It is about protecting the other person's feeling of freedom.
Exactly. Even if we both know they have to send the report, the language preserves their dignity.
It is like a social contract. You give them the illusion of choice, and in return, they happily give you what you want.
You have captured the exact essence of it. Let us practice giving someone this polite escape route right now.
This is such a crucial skill to practice.
So imagine you need a favor from a friend or a colleague.
Maybe you need them to review a document for you.
Do not give them an order. Try asking them using our magic phrase, I was wondering if.
Go ahead, say your sentence out loud. We will wait.
Okay, if you structured your sentence like, I was wondering if you could review this document, you nailed it.
You are offering respect and autonomy.
You really are.
I am thinking about how my coworker would have reacted if I had used this knowledge back then.
If you had rewritten that terrible email.
Yeah.
Well, let us do it right now. How would you rewrite that angry email?
Remember, the original was, you didn't reply to my email. Send the report now.
Right. So take your time. Construct the architecture of the new message.
Okay, let me apply the rules.
Yes.
I need to avoid the word you for the mistake.
Yes.
I need to soften the problem. And I need to use a polite introductory phrase with a polite escape route.
Exactly. What do you have?
How about this? Hi, John. I noticed we don't have the financial data just yet. I was wondering if you could send it over when you have a moment today.
That is an absolute masterpiece of professional communication.
Really?
Yes. Look at what you did. I noticed we don't have the data you used, completely removing the blame.
And then I said, I was wondering if you could send it.
Exactly. You provided the polite escape route.
It actually feels really good to say it that way.
It does, doesn't it?
It does not feel weak at all. It feels like I am in complete control of the situation.
It is the language of true leadership. You remain calm, polite, and highly effective.
I love that.
Now, we are going to transition to a slightly different type of language tool. This is a technique called distancing.
Distancing. We talked about psychological distance just a minute ago. Is this similar?
It is very similar. Distancing is a strategy where you talk about a problem or a rumor or a difficult decision without taking personal responsibility for it.
Okay, I am listening.
It is basically how you separate yourself from bad news.
Oh, I desperately need this skill. As a project manager, I constantly have to tell my team bad news.
I can imagine.
I have to tell them deadlines are shorter or budgets are cut. And they always get angry at me, even though I am not the one who made the decision. I always feel like the villain.
It is a terrible feeling to absorb everyone's anger like that. Distancing language acts as a shield for you.
A shield.
Yes. It signals to your team that you are merely the messenger. You are holding the information, but you did not create the information.
Give me the shield. What words do I use?
One of the most common and effective distancing phrases is according to.
According to.
Yeah.
How does that work in practice?
Let us say upper management cuts your budget. If you walk into a team meeting and say, the budget is too high, we have to cut it.
Okay.
Your team hears your voice making a claim. They will argue with you. But if you say, according to the finance directors, the budget is too high, what happens?
Oh, I see. I push the responsibility entirely onto the finance directors.
Exactly.
I am literally putting their name on the bad news. If the team is angry, their anger is directed at the finance department, not at me.
Precisely. You remain a neutral facilitator. You reduce your personal liability.
I can just sit with my team and say, well, according to finance, we have a problem. How do we solve it together?
Exactly. You stay part of the in-group.
That is incredibly useful. But what if I don't want to name a specific person or department?
Like a rumor.
Yeah, what if I just want to share information that I heard, but I'm not entirely sure if is true yet?
Then you use the word apparently. This is a brilliant word for workplace survival.
Apparently, I hear this used quite often, but I never fully understood the actual mechanics of it.
We use apparently when we want to introduce information based on what we have heard or read, but we are explicitly refusing to guarantee that it is a fact.
So we are invoking plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Meaning, if the information turns out to be false, no one can blame me, because I never promised it was true in the first place.
Yes. Imagine someone in the hallway tells you the client hates the new software design.
Okay.
If you run to your team and say the client hates the design, you are spreading panic. And if it turns out to be a false rumor, you look foolish and unprofessional.
But if I say, apparently, the client has some concerns about the design.
Yes. If the rumor is false, your reputation is completely protected.
Because I just said apparently, I was just sharing the current atmosphere, not stating a hard fact.
Let us make sure our listeners have this vital tool in their vocabulary.
This is a fun one. Think about a time you heard a rumor at work, or even in your personal life. Something you were not completely sure was true.
Start your sentence with the word apparently to distance yourself from the information. Try it out loud right now.
Give it a shot.
Notice how that word acts like a safety net. If you said, apparently there are going to be some changes next month, you successfully shared information without carrying the heavy burden of being responsible for it.
I feel like I am learning the secret codes of corporate survival today.
You really are.
I was wondering if, according to, apparently, native speakers use these constantly, don't they?
All day, every day. It is the invisible architecture of professional English. And speaking of secret codes, I want to introduce you to one of my absolute favorite linguistic tricks.
Oh, I am ready.
I call it the double negative trick.
Wait, double negative. Every English teacher I have ever had told me that double negatives are a grammatical fin.
They usually do say that.
You cannot say, I don't need no help. That is just bad English.
You are entirely correct about the grammar. I don't need no help is mathematically confusing and grammatically incorrect.
Right.
But we are not talking about grammar errors today. We are talking about a sophisticated stylistic device. Linguists actually call it lutotes.
Lutotes? That sounds like a Greek philosophy. What does it mean?
It is a Greek word. It means expressing an affirmative, positive idea by negating its opposite.
Okay, you lost me. In simpler terms.
In simpler terms, you say something is good by saying it is not bad. You use a negative word like not combined with a negative adjective.
Oh, I get it. So someone asked me how my weekend was, and I had a really nice weekend. I could say, it wasn't bad.
Exactly. Bad is negative, and not is negative. Two negatives create a positive.
But why do we do this? Why not just say, it was a good weekend?
Why do you think?
Because saying it was fantastic might feel like too much emotion, like it feels boastful or overly dramatic.
Exactly. The double negative is the ultimate tool for modesty in English. It allows you to be positive without showing off and without forcing the other person to match your super high energy.
This makes so much sense now. I experience this all the time with my British colleagues.
Oh, the British are the masters of this.
Last month, we hit a massive sales target. The team performed brilliantly. I went to the team leader and said, this is an incredible success.
What did he say?
He just looked at the numbers, nodded calmly, and said, yes, it's not a bad result.
That is the most British response possible. He was thrilled, but culturally, boasting about success is frowned upon.
So he used litotes. Not a bad result actually translates to, we did an amazing job.
Yes. It is also used a lot for humor, isn't it?
Yeah, if someone comes up with a really smart solution to a problem, I hear people say, well, that's not the worst idea.
Exactly. It is highly ironic. Saying that's not the worst idea actually means that is a brilliant idea, and I am slightly annoyed I didn't think of it myself.
It is a really clever way of giving a compliment while playfully hiding it.
It is such a fun layer of the language.
What about offering things? Like if I ask a coworker, would you like to join us for lunch? How might they use a double negative to say yes?
They might say, I wouldn't say no to lunch.
I wouldn't say no, meaning I would definitely say yes. I am enthusiastically accepting, but I am keeping my cool.
Exactly. You maintain your dignity. There is one more very common use of this that you will see in formal or academic writing too.
What is it?
It is the phrase, it's not uncommon.
It is not uncommon. So if it's not uncommon, that just means it is common.
Yes. But saying it is common sounds like a hard, absolute fact.
But we know how dangerous those are.
Right. Saying it is not uncommon sounds measured, academic, and cautious. Like it is not uncommon to experience technical issues on the first day of a software launch.
I love this trick. It adds so much personality to the language. Let us give everyone a chance to play with this secret code.
Good idea. So, listener, imagine someone asks you how your English speaking skills are progressing these days.
You want to be positive, but you want to sound modest and natural using a double negative.
How would you answer? Say it out loud.
Try it out.
If you smiled and said, it's not bad, or I'm not doing too badly, you sound incredibly authentic. You sound like someone who is very comfortable in the language.
You really do. But, you know, as we talk about British colleagues being modest and maybe Dutch colleagues being direct, it opens up a pretty massive topic that we really must address.
I think I know where you are going with this.
Cultural differences. Because all these rules we are discussing, hedging, distancing, double negatives, they are not universally loved, are they?
No, they are absolutely not. And if you blindly apply these softening techniques to every single English speaker you meet, you are going to run into severe miscommunications.
That is what I was afraid of.
What is considered highly polite in London might be considered deceptive and really annoying in Amsterdam.
I see this every single day. English is the global language of business now.
It is.
In a single afternoon, I might be on a Zoom call with partners from Germany, the United States, Japan, and Italy. We are all speaking English, but we're playing by completely different cultural rules.
It is a lot to juggle. To navigate this, there is a really helpful way to think about cultures. We can divide them into two main communication styles.
Okay.
Low context cultures and high context cultures. Understanding this will literally change how you view every single conversation.
Let us start with low context. What does it mean for a culture to be low context?
A low context culture relies heavily on the explicit words being spoken. The context, meaning the relationship, the setting, the subtle body language, is less important than the literal words.
So the words carry all the weight. The message is just the message.
Exactly.
Which countries are typically low context?
The classic examples are the Netherlands, Germany, Scandinavia, and to a large extent, the United States.
Okay, I can see that.
These cultures value efficiency, clarity, and factual arguments. They believe that being direct is the highest form of respect because it means you are not wasting anyone's time.
This explains so much.
Right.
If I use all my new softening tricks on a German client, if I say, I was wondering if we could possibly consider looking at this minor issue with the contract.
Oh my goodness, how will they react?
They will be extremely frustrated. They will think, why are you using so many words? Just tell me the problem. What is the issue with the contract?
Yes.
They might even think I am hiding something because I am being so indirect.
Exactly. To a low context culture, excessive hedging sounds fake. It sounds evasive. They want you to get straight to the point.
That makes total sense.
Now let us look at the other side of the spectrum, high context cultures.
So in a high context culture, the words are not the most important thing.
Correct. The words are only a fraction of the communication.
So where is the rest of the message?
The real message is found in the context. The tone of voice, the pauses, the relationship between the speakers, the history they share. People in these cultures are trained to read between the lines.
Which cultures fall into this category?
East Asian cultures like Japan and China are highly high context, but also many Middle Eastern cultures, Latin American cultures, and yes, British culture.
Wow.
In these societies, harmony and relationship preservation are the highest priorities.
This is exactly what happened with my email. My colleague who got so angry about send the report now, he is from a high context background.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, he read my direct words, but because he comes from a high-context culture, he automatically assumed there was a hidden negative meaning behind my brevity.
He thought he's being so short with me, he must be furious, he must think I am totally incompetent.
He read a whole story into a 6-word email that I never intended to write.
It happens all the time.
So if directness is rude to high-context people, and hedging is annoying to low-context people, what on earth am I supposed to do? Do I stop using all these softening phrases?
Absolutely not. The key to international English is adaptability. You have to develop the skill of reading the room.
Reading the room. Meaning, I need to assess the cultural background and the personal communication style of the person on the other side of the screen.
Precisely. Knowing who you are talking to is just as important as knowing the vocabulary.
Okay, I think I get it.
If you are preparing for a negotiation with a Dutch firm, you mentally shift gears. You prepare to be more direct. You drop the heavy hedging. You present clear facts.
And if I am logging into a meeting with a British firm,
Then you bring out all the tools we learned today. You use modals, you use distancing, you offer polite escape routes.
it is like having different gears in a car. You shift depending on the terrain.
That is a perfect analogy.
If I can adapt my English to match their cultural expectations, the friction just disappears. We will communicate so much more efficiently.
It takes awareness, but it is a superpower once you master it. Let us take a moment for our listeners to reflect on their own cultural baseline.
Think about your home country and your native culture.
Do people in your culture generally speak very directly, valuing explicit facts? Or do they speak indirectly, relying on context and harmony?
Say your answer out loud in a full sentence. Tell us where your culture sits on the scale.
Take a few seconds to think about it.
It is really interesting to think about.
Understanding your own starting point is so vital. If you know you come from a very direct culture, you know you have to work extra hard to soften your English with high context partners.
And if you come from an indirect culture, you might need to be more assertive and clear with low context partners.
Exactly.
This conversation has completely changed how I view the English language.
I am so glad to hear that.
We've covered the psychology of absolutes, the feedback shift from you to we, the magic of, I was wondering if, the shield of distancing, and the cultural map. I feel equipped for anything.
You really should feel equipped. You have absorbed some really complex sociolinguistic concepts today. But as with all powerful tools, I must leave you with a word of warning before we finish.
A warning. Oh no, have we missed a hidden trap?
Yes. The trap is called overhedging.
Overhedging, you mean using too many soft words at the exact same time?
Exactly. When people first learn how to soften their language, they sometimes panic. They want to be so polite that they stack 5 hedging words on top of each other in a single sentence.
Oh, I think I have done this. What does a sentence like that sound like in real life?
It sounds like this. I was sort of maybe thinking that possibly it might be a good idea if we could just briefly look at the report, if that is okay with you.
Oh, wow. That actually physically hurt to listen to.
Right.
It sounds incredibly anxious. It sounds like the person is apologizing for their own existence.
It completely destroys your professional credibility. In the workplace, you are constantly balancing 2 perceptions, competence and warmth. If you are too direct, you have high competence but 0 warmth. People think you are a robot.
And if you overhedge, you have high warmth but 0 competence. People think you are weak and unsure of your own expertise.
Exactly. The golden rule is balance. Do not put a strong statement right next to a weak one. And never use more than 1 or 2 softeners in the single thought.
You want to sound cautious, but capable?
Let's hear you find the balance.
Okay, so instead of the terrible sentence you just said, I would simply say, I was wondering if we could review the report. 1 magic phrase. Firm, polite, and confident.
Perfect. You maintain your authority while preserving the relationship.
I am going to completely audit all my emails tomorrow morning. I know my professional relationships are going to improve dramatically,
I will, I promise.
but I also know that understanding the theory is just not enough.
It never is. You can understand the mechanics of riding a bicycle perfectly, but until you get on the bike and actually pedal, you will fall over.
The same is absolutely true for spoken English.
Which brings us right back to our foundation, the 10-minute morning speaking habit.
Yes. Here is your practical mission for tomorrow morning. When your alarm goes off, do not just describe making your coffee.
I love this. What should they do?
I want you to step into a professional role play. Walk around your living room and pretend you are in that difficult meeting.
Practice the phrases aloud. Say, according to the data, we might need to adjust the timeline.
Say, I noticed a couple of minor details we could fix.
Say them until the words do not feel strange on your tongue anymore. Say them until your brain stops recognizing them as a threat.
Because when the real pressure hits in the boardroom, you won't have time to think about grammar. You will just rely on your muscle memory.
That muscle memory is the key to everything.
I am absolutely doing this tomorrow. I feel an immense sense of relief after this discussion.
I am so glad. You have done a wonderful job navigating these complex ideas today. Every time you show up and engage with this material, you are taking a massive step forward.
Let us finish strong today. We really want you to leave this session feeling empowered.
Exactly. I want you to repeat this final sentence out loud with absolute confidence and no hedging at all.
Ready?
My English is getting better every single day.
Say it loud.
Hold on to that feeling of confidence. You have earned it.
We really look forward to exploring more with you next time.
And as you go out into the world today, keep this final thought in your mind. The next time you feel the rush of frustration and you are tempted to fire off a harsh, absolute message, take a breath. Ask yourself, what polite escape route can I build for them that will actually make them want to walk in my direction?